Hello, my friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Sound Sleep Story. In this video, I am going to tell you a story where you will unwind, relax, and drift into peaceful dreams with our calming bedtime stories. Press play, breathe deep, and let your stress melt away tonight. Sleep well.
The Watchers of Alor Island. Far out in the Indonesian archipelago lies Alor Island, a place of untouched forests, deep blue waters, and ancient traditions. The island is peaceful, almost frozen in time. Fishermen head out before sunrise. Children run barefoot along sandy paths. Nights are quiet, too quiet. But the people of Alor believe something else lives there. Something that watches. For generations, villagers have whispered about the Watchers. No one knows what they are. No one knows where they came from. But many claim to have seen them, tall, dark figures standing silently at the edge of the jungle. They do not move. They do not speak. They only watch. The first modern sighting happened a few years ago. A young fisherman named Armin was returning home late after repairing his boat. The moon hung low and pale in the sky. The jungle beside the path was unusually still. No insects, no birds, no wind. That's when he saw them. Three tall shapes stood between the trees. At first, he thought they were palm trunks. But then he realized, they were too thin, too straight, too deliberate. They stood side by side, slightly taller than any man in the village. Their forms were dark, darker than the shadows around them. And though he couldn't see their faces clearly, Armin felt something impossible to ignore. They were looking directly at him. His body froze. His chest tightened. Every instinct screamed at him to run, but his legs wouldn't move. The figures didn't approach. They didn't gesture. They simply stood there, observing. After what felt like hours, but could only have been seconds, Armin blinked. And they were gone. No sound of footsteps. No breaking branches. Nothing. The next morning, he told the elders. Instead of laughing, they grew serious. "You saw them," one elder said quietly. "They've returned." According to local legend, the Watchers appear before major events, storms, earthquakes, sickness, tragedy. They are not attackers. They do not harm. They only observe, almost like guardians or judges. Weeks passed, and the story spread. Some villagers dismissed it as imagination. Others began noticing strange patterns. Dogs would whimper at night. Chickens refused to leave their coops. The jungle would fall silent without warning. Then came the second sighting. Three teenagers camping near the forest edge decided to test the rumors. Armed with flashlights and cameras, they waited near the trees long after midnight. At first, nothing happened. Then the air changed. It felt heavier, colder. One of the boys noticed the flashlight beam didn't seem to travel as far as it should. The darkness ahead looked thicker, almost solid. And then, just beyond the reach of the light, they appeared. Three tall silhouettes, unnaturally still. The boys later described them as cutouts in reality. Not like shadows cast by something, but shapes where light itself refused to exist. One of the boys raised his phone to record. The screen glitched. Static. Battery drained instantly. And in the reflection of the black screen, for just a split second, he thought he saw pale, glowing eyes. They ran. The next morning, news spread across the island. Fear mixed with fascination. Some villagers believed the Watchers were ancient spirits of the land, protectors who monitored human behavior. Others believed they were something older than humanity itself. Scientists who later heard the story offered explanations: optical illusions, low-light hallucinations, shadow distortion caused by dense vegetation. They spoke of psychology, suggestion, fear influencing perception. But none of them stood in that jungle at midnight. None of them felt the silence. Then something happened that changed everything. A powerful storm struck the island, the strongest in decades. Boats were destroyed, homes damaged, crops flooded, and three